guys? Welcome back to my channel. I just finished watching episode 2 of Echo. My reaction will be under my YouTube memberships. If you are new here and you do not know what that is, it is a few special perks for members only, and I've got 2 levels of memberships over there. Level 1 is for $2.99 and you get priority replies from me, special polls and live streams. Level 2 is for $4.99 and you get everything that level 1 has, plus you get all of my reactions to all the shows I watch, any movies I watch, and all of my uncut try not to laughs. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Now, I just finished watching Hawkeye, and it did give me a little bit more of an understanding because I actually started watching Echo before I started watching Hawkeye. And then a couple of you guys were telling me, because the first episode of Echo just didn't make sense to me, and a couple of you guys suggested I watch Hawkeye before finishing this. So I said, okay, let me do that. I finished it last night, and now I was able to piece some things together that I saw in the first episode of Echo in terms of why she was after Ronan, her and Kingpin, her beef with Fisk. So I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna finish the series, but I'm not wowed yet, but that's just me. Anyway, so the beginning of this episode starts with, I think it said 1200 BC or something like that in Alabama, which I don't even know if it was Alabama then, but so there were Indians. It looked like they were playing a game, and the losers of this game apparently gets, you know, banned from the land or something like that. And there was a specific girl who was fighting on the opposite team. They brought out like this big muscle-bound dude from the other team, because I guess the red team was winning and they needed to bring him out, and I guess he was their lucky charm. And at one point towards the end of the game, she saw her ancestors. I'm assuming she saw the very thing that Bonnie was talking to Maya about when they were kids, about the Choctaw tribe, or the Choctaw woman, or the ancestors. I'm not exactly sure the right terminology or the right reference as to what that is, but she somehow got strength from that and ended up winning. And so the games ended. I don't even know what that has anything to do with. I don't know what, I guess the vision part is what is tying things together, because aside from that, I don't know what the beginning part of this episode had anything to do with the rest of the episode. But anyway, so Maya's in town, nobody knows, but apparently word is getting out. So Maya had sent Biscuits, her cousin, to go get some supplies, and then he came back and he sent her back to go get these things that seem like she's on a mission. So he goes to the store and get these supplies. So we see her grandmother talking to other family members, and somehow one of them mentions Maya's name and how she was in town. Grandma did not know that she was in town. So she goes to the DJ, I forget his name, the guy who Maya initially went to go see. And she basically told him to keep her away from everybody. She said a whole bunch of stuff, but she basically said that. She wanted to know if he knew anything. What is she doing there? And he's clearly not telling her anything. I still don't understand what her beef is, other than the beef or the issue that she had with her father. She was only a little girl when she got sent away with her father, and her cousin Bonnie split up, and they were as tight as can be. And it sucks because the little girl didn't do anything, you know. She was deaf, or she is deaf, and you know, like, I don't know if she felt like she was a bad influence on Bonnie because of her dad, or because of her dad and his family. I don't know. I'm still not very clear on what her issue is and why she doesn't want Maya around. Possibly it could be because, I don't know, maybe having Maya around reminds her of him. I'm not sure. But anyway, she basically tells the guy, the DJ, basically keep her away from everybody and don't let Bonnie find out that she's in town because she's a bad influence type of thing. So anyway, Maya makes her cousin Biscuits go on this freaking mission. She jumps on this train, a moving train, and clearly she knows what's on this train because she goes through all this trouble, makes sure that she doesn't get seen by the bad guy. She gets into one of the cars. She opens up one of the boxes that's in there. Now, I don't know what's in there. They don't show what's in there. She didn't take anything, apparently. She put something in. So she's got her cousin Biscuits tracking her. She put a tracker on his phone, and she told him to follow her so he can be the getaway car, basically, when she's done doing whatever she was doing. So at one point she was getting away. Everything was clear, and then her bad foot got stuck between two cars that crushed her her prosthetic. And then at that point she too ends up seeing her ancestors or the Choctaw tribe or whatever that is. So then she seems to get some type of strength from that too, to where she pulls where her foot is caught, she pulls that apart, and she was able to get out of it. And then her hands start to glow, and they have those symbols that we saw in the beginning of episode 1 with, I guess it's tribal, when the woman was in the cave and her hands were glowing after she touched the water. And Maya has that too. So I'm assuming at this point that Maya's from that lineage. And so she saw that, but she's looking at her hands like she doesn't understand what this is. So anyway, she's safe. Biscuits is safe. The dog is safe. He's trying to figure out what the heck that was. She tells him, I didn't steal anything. And then he gets upset because he tore up Grandma's truck. So we see that the package that was on that train is Fisk properties going off to a specific location. And this location, they obviously made it a point to show the number of the location, which is D9X. I don't know why that specific location, but Maya planted a bomb in the box. And as soon as they opened it, the whole place blew up. The DJ, I think he is a distributor for Fisk, or no, Fisk distribution. He's does stuff with Fisk things, and she goes and blows up the specific location. Why the specific location and who's there, I don't know. But now he's upset because Maya's dragging him and these people into this whole situation. So she's trying to get at Fisk's army all by herself. And then he got on the scene. He was getting a phone call from the people at his location, at his job. He ends up going to where I guess they have the Fisk properties or whatever. And when he finds out which location got bombed, they made it a point to make it seem like he knew why it got bombed. And he knew exactly who it was that did it. So he immediately texted Maya and was like, we need to talk. So basically she was like, they hit me, I hit back. I can't wait to see what happens because I want to know what this is all about. Like it's just, I don't know. Anyway, so now she ends up going to the shop where grandfather is, and she asks him to fix her leg. Um, Meanwhile, while she's there, she gets ready to go after he gives her a temporary prosthetic, and she sees a statue of the Choctaw woman. And she knows who it is. And he's basically telling her, you know, how far it goes and everything. And he tells her, you can talk to your grandmother, and she can see all the way back to the first one. And she doesn't obviously want to talk to her grandmother because they don't get along for whatever reason. And he knows that. But he's trying. So there was another point where the ancestors got seen too. Maybe it was this part where I totally forgot. So yeah, so that happens, and then she leaves. Meanwhile, Biscuits is driving. This part made me laugh. He's driving down the street from where Grandma Chola is, and she's talking to the other woman, telling her that she let him borrow the car as he's driving by. Bumper all, not the bumper, the front bumper all messed up, dragging on the ground. He's looking at her while he's driving like, I know she doesn't see me, but she sees me. So now he ends up going back to his shop, or back to somebody's shop, to get it fixed. He's on this intercom trying to sell a PlayStation 4, and somehow Bonnie is at work at the firehouse, and she hears the message. And she calls him to make sure that he's okay. And he says, yeah, I'm okay. The dog's okay. Maya's okay. Everybody's okay. And she's like, wait, what? And immediately he put his foot in his mouth, and now he's got to figure out how to undo what he just did. And now I'm assuming it's going to be a bigger issue because Bonnie now knows that she's in town. Maya's not answering her text message because she did text her. In the midst of all of that, the DJ, I keep forgetting his name, I apologize. He goes back to Maya and basically tells her, I don't want New York problems here. You're going to get people killed. You're going to cause a lot of issues. She's really hard-headed. She's extremely hard-headed. She doesn't care. She seems to think that she's above all this stuff, and I feel like it's going to really bite her in the butt. But she seems to think that she's going to take down Fisk's army, and then she says to him, are you with me or against me? And I'm sitting here like, who else does she have behind her that's helping to back her up? Like, I don't understand what it is that she's trying to do. So yeah, so then she's just upset now, and now I have to see what happens in episode 3. But I was going to try to watch it tonight. It's getting a little late, and I'm a little tired. So I'm going to watch the next 2 episodes tomorrow, and then I have 1 more left after that. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought of episode 2 of Echo. If you enjoyed my review, let me know down below. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!